Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lindsay and I'm doing content on clean beauty and skincare. Today we're talking about a clean beauty brand at Walmart. I love sharing more affordable clean beauty products with you guys. If you enjoy that as well, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. But I picked up a couple things. We have a blush, bronzer, foundation, this is the primer, and a little lip duo as well. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, if I ended up liking any of the products, then keep watching. Alright guys, let's hop right into this. The first product I picked up was, never seen this before, I had been looking online at some of their products. It's the Found 24 karat gold primer with 24 karat gold and hyaluronic acid, 98% natural. This is a glass bottle, which is nice. This looks just like the YSL, I think it's called the Touche Eclat primer or something, but it is like a silicone based primer with gold flecks in it. This does not have any silicone in it, which I thought it would, but it actually doesn't. It just has that hyaluronic acid. So I'm gonna pump some of this into my hands. Not really sure how this is gonna feel. Oh, it's really watery. I'm just gonna apply this. Yeah, it kind of just feels like I'm putting a serum on my skin. It doesn't have any sort of silicone feel to it. It just feels like a serum. It is getting tacky, which could be interesting. I'm just gonna pump out a little more for my forehead since I feel like I didn't get enough. It doesn't smell like anything either. Maybe just like a little bit like a serum, but like no specific scent that I noticed. Alright, so it actually felt really nice on my skin. I kind of like how it's tacky. I think makeup will stick really well to this. So far, we'll see about that. I believe this was around $9 or $10. They did have a couple other primers, one of which I tried before. I actually have a funny story about this brand. I'll talk more about it when I'm applying the foundation I got, but I will link everything below so you guys can find out the prices if you want, but I'm pretty sure everything was around the $10 range. So the foundation I picked up was their powder foundation because I'm pretty sure their liquid foundation had some bad reviews online, so I didn't really want to try that out. I was just like, get the powder foundation. So I got this one in the shade 130 Light, which is, the shades were kind of weird undertone wise. Like this looked a little dark, but it was the only one that looked like it had more, it was the only one that looked like it had more yellow undertone, so I picked it up. This does have dimethicone in it, just in case you prefer not to use silicones. Just beware that that is in here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I have swatched this, but I haven't used it. I'm gonna apply this on my skin. Actually, I have to do concealer first. Hold on one second. I'm gonna use the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer. I'll talk about my story with this brand as I apply this. So I did try this brand when it first came out and when I was first into clean beauty, which was like a while ago, and they had only launched a couple products and I saw that it was on Walmart. So I picked up a primer, which is like the purple tinted one that they still have. I picked up their contour stick, and then I also got the illuminating drops. And I ended up returning the contour stick and the primer because they both sucked really bad. And the contour stick, when I got it, I used it once and then it broke. Both sides broke like immediately. So I would not suggest either of those products because as I remember, they were really bad. So I've been a little weary to pick up some more products from this brand, but I finally did because they had some new products that I was curious about. And I always like to try more affordable stuff for you guys. So far, I think the primer is nice, so I'm going into this with an open mind. I'm going to set my concealer with the Ilia Soft Focus Finishing Powder. I'm also going to do a light layer of this over the rest of my face because I really like to have a powder down before I do powder foundation because I find like it sticks less to your skin in a patchy way and it goes over more smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just setting my under eyes first, and you don't need a lot of powder for your face. I just take a big brush with whatever's left over, and then I just do a light layer so nothing sticks weird. But so far that primer actually feels really nice on the skin. So that's that. Let's try this foundation. I'm going to use the same brush I used for the powder, just this Eco Tools brush. I'm going to get a good amount on here. Definitely a little dark for me, but let's make it work. I really want to see how this compared to like my Lima Pure foundation. That's my favorite one I've tried so far. I'm just sort of tapping and buffing this foundation on. So far it actually looks really smooth on my skin. It's giving me pretty solid medium coverage. I think with a second layer you could totally build this up to be full coverage. Or if you just use this on top of another foundation for extra coverage, that could work too. Yeah, this is definitely too dark and too yellow for me. But I did just put self-tan on, so we could probably make it work somehow. So despite the color being off, this looks really good on my skin. I was surprised at how much it doesn't look like a powder foundation. It looks really smooth. I don't know if it was like that primer that helped, but I'm really impressed with how this is looking. And with this product, I don't notice any scent at all either. Wow, you can really build this up. I've been putting a lot on and it still looks smooth and not cakey. I'll have to see how this wears, but I really like how this looks. All right, so far I'm impressed. Next up, I got the Found Baked Bronzing Powder. I think they only have one shade. This is called Golden Bronze. This looked so pretty. I'm always down for a bronzer. This does not have any, oh, this has dimethicone in it as well. Again, if you're avoiding silicones, I think most of the stuff from this brand has silicone. Surprisingly not the primer though, it's kind of weird. But I'm gonna go ahead and take my favorite bronzing brush and a little bit of this and see how this works. Oh, okay, hello. Bronzer, how are you? I was afraid the shade was gonna be too warm, but it looks really nice on the skin. It's not super pigmented, so I am having to like go back in to pick up more product. So far it looks really good. It's not really shimmery either, like most baked bronzers I feel like could be. It's looking really natural. I was not expecting to like any of this because I just hated the products I tried before. But this is looking really good so far, like impressively good. Here's a swatch of the bronzer on its own if you're curious. It does look like it would be a little too orange, but I feel like when it's blended in, it just looks really natural on the skin. So far, this is a win as well. Definitely like how that looks. Will for sure use that again. And then the next product I picked up, I wanted to get because I thought it might be a dupe for a product I have. This is the Baked Blush in the shade Peach Glow. They had two other shades of this, but I wanted to get this one and compare it to the Antonym Highlighting Blush Cheek Crush because it looked really similar. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch them next to each other and see how they compare. I did a pretty heavy swatch of them both. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Here is the Antonym one, and then right here is the Found Baked Blush. They have a really very similar sheen to them, like almost identical amount of sheen to them. The only thing I notice is the Found one has a bit of a lighter pink type of glow, and the Antonym one is more peachy, so this one looks almost a little bit more cool toned. But finish wise, they look super similar, like very similar. Shades are definitely not an exact match, but pretty close. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this on my blush brush. And yeah, it gives the same effect as the Antonym. Should we do one cheek of this and one cheek of Antonym? Let's do it. It definitely looks like a highlight on the skin. If you have medium to deeper skin, this probably would not work. I would suggest one of the deeper shades. But yeah, wow, that's pretty. I'm just gonna clean off my brush on my hand and then go in with the Antonym one. The Antonym one I can tell is like the shimmer is a little bit more pigmented, but they do give a really similar effect. The Antonym one I find it looks a little more finely milled on the skin, but if you wanted like a cheap dupe for this, I would definitely give those a go. They have a rose shade and then they have a more like true pink. I might have to pick up a couple more shades of these because pretty damn similar to the Antonym blush. Okay, so I don't have anything for my brows or my eyes. They do have brow products, they have eyeshadow products, they have a ton of skincare, and really they have a huge range. I would check it out online, and also if you have a Walmart near you, I would check it out as well. Tons of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and eyes off camera, and then I have some lip products to try out, and then that would be it. But so far with the face products, I'm really impressed. I really did not think I was gonna like any of these because I had such a bad experience the first time, but I'm really intrigued, so I will be back. Alright guys, I'm back and I'm really obsessed with this eye look. I should have showed you guys. If you do want a tutorial on this look, let me know. I think it's gorgeous. I don't want to take it off. But I have two last products here from Found to share with you guys. These came in a pack. It's a lip liner and a matte liquid lipstick. This was the Caramel Duo, so it's the name of both the lip liner and the liquid lipstick. So I'm going to start with the lip liner here. I'm just lining my lips. That was creepy. I'm just lining my lips. This color is nice. There it is there. It's definitely more of a stiff liner, like it's not super pigmented or creamy necessarily. But I mean, I'm getting some level of color payoff. Alright, so let's try this liquid lipstick now. There's the swatch there. It looks weird, but let's try it on. It smells like very vanilla cake-ish. It feels super soft matte. If you've ever tried like the NYX matte lip creams or something, they feel just like that. I haven't tried those in forever, but it's the only thing I know to compare it to. I mean, the color is nice, but it looks patchy, even though it's a nude. I think it's just this applicator is really bad. It's like not plush. It honestly just feels like a stick. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna get with this. It's accentuating all the texture on my lips and being really patchy. So I would say no, that's a pass on this liquid lipstick. I think the lip liner was pretty good, but honestly, like, I think there's better out there. Definitely don't recommend these. Maybe it's just the shade, but it looks fairly bad on my lips. It does feel lightweight. I feel like that's the one maybe pro about it, but other than that, I don't think I would really reach for that again because it just is looking bad on my lips. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in and I'll show you what all the face makeup looks like because I really love how it looks. So here's what the foundation, bronzer, and blush looks like. I didn't put on any highlight. This is the Antonym blush by the way, and this is the Found blush. I think the face looks so good. I put on a ton of layers of that powder foundation and it still looks like fairly skin-like. Besides the shade being off, I would definitely recommend that. I think the bronzer is really pretty, the blush is really pretty, and the primer was nice as well. I have to wear my makeup and see like if it actually helped with longevity and like update you guys. I would pass on like this lip duo. It really didn't impress me. I think the shade is nice, but it's just the formula is not a hit for me. So let me zoom you guys back out and we will wrap up this video. Alright guys, that was it for my little review and demo of these Found beauty products from Walmart. I would definitely recommend the bronzer. The powder foundation I think is great. The blush is really pretty too. Not so sure about the primer yet. I would have to keep using it. The only product I didn't love was the lip duo, but honestly I was very impressed with all the other base products. I think these are great. This is a really nice dupe for the Antonym blush if you do want sort of a highlighting blush. They are pretty shimmery, so keep that in mind if you're curious about them. But yeah, if you guys want to know what products I used on my eyes, I will put them in the description below along with all these products as well. And also let me know if you want a full tutorial on the eye look because I'm really loving it. So yeah, that was it for today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it at any point or found it helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have tried anything from this brand or if anything interested you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I will see you in my next video.